Well, I hired a Supreme Court attorney who looked at everything and she says, I wish I knew you a year ago because none of this should have happened. I said, I wish I knew about you a year ago too. And she says, okay, I'm going to take your case. And I said, well, since you're a Supreme Court attorney, what is this? What is your retainer? She said, it's 4,000. I said, okay, you're like everybody else. I said, okay, here's a charge card, swipe away. And she was so good. She drove up in a snowstorm because we had to, we were vacated and remanding going before Judge Kelly again. Snowstorm, she was 15 minutes late. And the court clerk came out and said, is she coming? I said, she's on her way, but if she doesn't get here, get this, we're not doing this today. And I said it just like that, really loud. And then my attorney came in and it was brilliant. The attorney came in and I went to say object. She grabbed my hand and she said object. We were like objecting at the same time. And we were sustained all the time. The ex and his attorney were overruled all the time. It was amazing. My attorney said to the judge, Judge Kelly, you have to abide by what the Superior Court ruled. And it was like, whoa. Then the judge says, you two get over here. And I told my attorney, I said, ask for the W-2. And I should have said, ask about the patent. I didn't think of it at the time, which is too bad. But she knew about this pension fund issue. I mean, and so she got a look at everything and she even mailed me his W-2. So I saw what he was making.
Which means you follow the law. And if there's a court order, you're duty bound to say to your client, you comply with the law.
Mhm. But my attorney told me, she said, I took this judge's order because, of course, they ruled in our favor. And she took the order down to domestic relations, made them put it through, and she brought the arrears down to like $8,000, which I shouldn't even be doing that either.